On this final rebooking series, we actually stay at WrestlePalooza where John Cena is at the press conference celebrating with the WWE Universe. He eventually gets asked, John, what does this mean? And John Cena says, listen, I owe a lot of people an apology, and it starts with the fans, the ones who have been with me for the past 20 plus years. And it's going to take a long time for people to forgive me, but I will try. I only have 5 dates left, and the best way I can be forgiven is by giving these people what they want. I want to give them a match that I know they're gonna love. See, I've been wanting to face this one wrestler for a while now. We have wrestled in the past before. He's beaten me twice. I have beaten him twice. It's time to see who the better man is. At Crown Jewel, I will defend the WWE Championship against AJ Styles. Right off the bat, I'm canceling the whole Crown Jewel Championship concept. It's nice to see champion versus champion, but sometimes what it does, it devalues one champion over the other. And plus, John Cena versus Seth Rollins didn't really excite me when I put it in paper. But what did excite me is what I end up doing with Seth Rollins on Crown Jewel instead. Instead, I would actually have him defend the World Championship against his longtime rival, Roman Reigns. They both promise to not have their partners involved. So it's just Roman and Seth kicking off Crown Jewel. Seth Rollins beats him without the help of Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. Also in the show, Drew McIntyre and Cody Rhodes settle their rivalry here. At one point, Cody Rhodes even beats up Drew McIntyre so viciously that Drew McIntyre looks like he's going to be taken out of action. Just as Cody Rhodes celebrates, Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed attack Cody Rhodes. But then in the main event, we have AJ Styles versus John Cena. Now, the Raw after WrestlePalooza, I have AJ Styles cutting the promo of how he has nearly lost his passion for professional wrestling. He doesn't know if he can do it anymore. He's talking about retiring soon. He couldn't even beat Dominic Mysterio. So, conflicted. But he does want to give the people one last chance. If this is John Cena's last chance to be here, then fine. He will fight John Cena one more time, and he will be WWE Champion. And then we have it, Crown Jewel. John Cena versus AJ Styles for the WWE Championship in the main event. And for the first time, John Cena has his lights back on in his entrance. He has the big pyro. People are happy to see him. We basically do the exact same match because hands down this was the best match of John Cena's entire retirement tour. This match was incredible. I loved it. And at the end, even though AJ lost, he's the one that gets a standing ovation. And then John Cena congratulates AJ, is happy for him. They both are very happy. And for the first time in a while, AJ Styles found his passion for professional wrestling yet again. Before we move on to John Cena's next appearance, let's talk about some stuff that happens in between that time. And the first thing is Seth Rollins wants answers as to why the Vision attacked Cody Rhodes. He didn't ask him to do that. Paul Heyman later reveals that he was the one to ask him to do that. He said, listen, these guys are stars. They want to put their names out there. They can do whatever they want. They're not goons. And Seth Rollins is furious about it. But he then forgives Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed, even though he is still conflicted on why they attacked Cody Rhodes. Later on in the show, we do have CM Punk become the number one contender for the World Heavyweight Championship. Then Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed betray Seth Rollins as well as Paul Heyman. This leads into Saturday night's main event, where CM Punk still becomes the world champion after beating Jey Uso. As far as Cody goes, he wants to challenge the Vision now that they've taken down Seth Rollins. Randy Orton assists Cody Rhodes, and it looks like we're going to get Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes versus Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. However, the SmackDown before, we find out that Randy Orton has been attacked in the back. Nobody knows who it is. Cody Rhodes has one day to find a last minute replacement. That's when LA Knight, who wants revenge on the Vision, come out. And then at Saturday night's main event, it's Cody Rhodes and LA Knight versus the Vision. And the Vision wins with the help of Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre later explains that the reason why he's helping the Vision is because Paul Heyman can guarantee him to be the next World Heavyweight Champion. Also around this time, Carmelo Hayes slowly becomes a single star yet again, but he is still a heel. Matter of fact, the SmackDown after Saturday night's main event, Cody Rhodes calls out the Vision. Carmelo Hayes comes out saying that, like, hey, listen, if you want to fight, I can fight you. And Cody Rhodes is like, this doesn't concern you. Mind your own business. And then Carmelo Hayes calls him out, calls him a coward. This leads into an impromptu match between Cody Rhodes and Carmelo Hayes. But turns out it was a ruse. Drew McIntyre, Braun Breaker, and Bronson Reed attack Cody Rhodes. Carmelo Hayes, Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed, and Drew McIntyre become an alliance. Raw comes to you from Boston, John Cena's hometown, where John Cena talks about what is next for the next 4 dates he has left, and he talks about how he still is planning to take the WWE Championship, but now not because nobody can stoop to his level, is because he wants to be remembered as the greatest of all time. And the only way he believes he can do that is if he takes this home. That's when Dominic Mysterio comes out, talk about how he's not the greatest of all time. He is now the new greatest of all time. John Cena isn't even a Grand Slam champion, and he couldn't beat him for that Intercontinental Championship. And John Cena says he will not compete for that Intercontinental Championship because that is the workhorse belt. However, he still wants to fight Dominic and see if he really is the new greatest of all time. So that's when we get an impromptu match between John Cena and Dominic Mysterio for the WWE Championship. It's kind of crazy that this match actually did happen in this night. I did write this beforehand, so that is crazy that I got that correctly, and I'm very happy for myself. I would do the exact same match that they did in Boston. It was a really good match, but afterwards we have Logan Paul knock out John Cena, seeking revenge. In the main event, we have Drew McIntyre versus LA Knight, where LA Knight wants revenge for Drew McIntyre costing him the match. It's a good back and forth match, but LA Knight sneaks up the victory, and LA Knight beats Drew McIntyre via roll up. And as it looks like the Vision is ready to beat up LA Knight, that's when the Usos and Cody Rhodes come out to even out the odds against the Vision. And Cody Rhodes announces War Games. Raw comes to you from Madison Square Garden, John Cena's final Raw ever. And we kick off with Logan Paul talking about how the fans are hypocrites, how John Cena is a sellout. He was supposed to help him become a better star when he was the World Heavyweight Champion, and instead he let him go the second he lost that belt. He doesn't understand why the fans keep cheering him when he himself said that he wants to walk away with the WWE Championship. Well, Logan Paul does not want that. He wants to be the one to dethrone John Cena. Since all of the top guys are too busy in War Games, he might as well be the one to take the WWE Championship from John Cena. That is when John Cena makes his final Raw entrance ever, and he basically buries Logan Paul. We could even do the same promo that he did in Dublin when he threw the Prime bottles. We could do that exact same promo, and people wouldn't mind it. John Cena just goes full blast on Logan Paul, and then he says, as much as John Cena doesn't want to fight Logan Paul, he will do it simply for the fact that he needs to test himself. If he really wants to take the WWE Championship home, he sure as hell won't lose to the least popular guy in WWE. So, at Survivor Series, it'll be John Cena versus Logan Paul for the WWE Championship. In the main event of Raw in Madison Square Garden, we have CM Punk versus Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship, where Gunther regains the World Heavyweight Championship with the help of the Vision. Survivor Series from San Diego, California at the Petco Park Arena. I will be there. I'm super excited. But how would the show look now with my booking? Well, one thing's for sure. Just because AJ got his spark back from Crown Jewel, I'd give him the confidence to win the Intercontinental Championship at this show, just as a bonus, because I would love to see that live, even though it's just fantasy booking. But the main thing that you guys are wondering, what is John Cena doing? Of course, he will be fighting Logan Paul in the semi-main event. This is basically the same match that we got in Clash in Paris with John Cena winning. The only difference here is I would actually have John Cena win via STF because we all want Logan Paul to tap out like a little bitch. But what about the men's war games? Well, from the Vision, we got Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed, Drew McIntyre, Carmelo Hayes, and the World Heavyweight Champion Gunther taking on the team of CM Punk, Cody Rhodes, LA Knight, and the Usos. However, Jimmy Uso is found taken out of action before War Games even starts. The whole team is panicking except for Cody Rhodes as he has a backup plan. War Games begins. There's tension between Gunther and Drew McIntyre because Drew is really wanting to be World Heavyweight Champion and Gunther just refuses. Braun Breaker is trying to showcase himself. LA Knight and Jey Uso and CM Punk had their past, but they're trying to fix it. Eventually, we get to the final entrant. Nobody's there to replace Jimmy Uso, and then all of a sudden, John Cena makes his appearance for War Games. This was going to be the closest we'll ever get to John Cena versus Gunther because I couldn't find a spot for any of this booking. But the babyfaces win, and then by the end of the match, John Cena apologizes to Punk. He apologizes to Jey Uso. He rekindles his tag team with LA Knight. And then as everybody walks out, he tells Cody to stick around because he has an announcement. John Cena didn't believe that Cody Rhodes had a fair shot with SummerSlam when Drew McIntyre interfered, which is why he is going to grant him his final match at December 13th's pay-per-view. The last time is now. Yeah, it won't be Saturday night's main event. It'll be the last time is now. Cody Rhodes is excited to hear the news. They hug it out, and then from out of nowhere, Cody Rhodes has a smile turn into an angry face. He knocks out John Cena. He hits him with the belt, and Cody Rhodes is officially a heel. The SmackDown After Survivor Series, Cody Rhodes explains his actions. He knew that he was never going to get another chance at the WWE Championship unless it was given to him, like John Cena once said. So he knew that when he was taken out by Drew McIntyre, he needed to gain John Cena's trust in order to become WWE Champion yet again. He helped John Cena win the match at WrestlePalooza and was the first person to forgive him when he wanted to turn back into a babyface hero that everybody loves. He's the one who beat up Randy Orton and took him out of action. After all, John Cena has said that all Randy Orton is dead weight, injury prone, and irrelevant to the company. He took out Jimmy Uso because he was the weak link of the team, and he knew that if he asked John Cena, he would wishfully want to be a part of War Games. After all, it was going to be his last chance to be in War Games, so he took advantage of a weak John Cena, so desperate to get the spotlight yet again. But now, Cody Rhodes is here to tell everybody that he is the face. He is the hero. John Cena wants to leave with the WWE Championship. Well, over my dead body, Cody Rhodes says. And at the last time is now, it'll be John Cena versus Cody Rhodes in a no-holds-barred match. Anything goes. And at December 13th, 2025, Washington, D.C., John Cena versus Cody Rhodes, no holds barred, the last time is now. And this is basically going to be the SummerSlam match that they had, only now Cody Rhodes is a heel and John Cena is the babyface of the story. We have a kick-ass match, and then at the end, we have Cody Rhodes pull out a ring. It is Dusty Rhodes' Hall of Fame ring, a gift that The Rock gave him all the way at the Raw after WrestleMania 40. because Dusty Rhodes pawned it, so their family had a roof over their head. The Rock found that ring and gave it to Cody. Cody Rhodes uses that ring to knock out John Cena. Hit him with the crossroads. Pin him. 1, 2, 3. Cody Rhodes is now the new undisputed WWE champion, with people booing Cody Rhodes. But the night's not over. John Cena gets his standing ovation. John Cena is happy. The crowd chants, "Thank you, Cena." And that is how I would retire John Cena. So that was my booking of John Cena's farewell tour. I think if we had him consistent heel, turning slowly into a babyface instead of just retconning it midway because they gave up, was kind of dumb. I felt like if we had one cohesive story leading into something in the long run, was what could have benefited this story of John Cena trying to be a champion yet again, and also doing everything he can to finally win the 17 World Championship. Also, I don't know if you guys paid attention, but I also gave John Cena 17 matches throughout this booking series. So, fun little Easter egg for those of you who didn't catch it. I know a lot of people might be angry at him make him a Grand Slam champion like they did in real life, and I also didn't do a Last Time Is Now tournament. I think this is my version of what I would have done, and in the process, it builds up to even more exciting things for WrestleMania 42 and so on and so forth for the WWE. That's just how I would have done it. I can't wait to see other people do rebooking video series throughout the next upcoming years. I know there's some right now, which is what inspired me to do this, but thank you everybody for watching all 5 parts of this, and I hope you enjoyed them. But anyways, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.